Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Fadhil Hanafi and I am from class NBH6B. Rugby. Everyone is fascinated with sport, especially when it comes to the violent aspect that certain sport brings. Rugby is considered one of the most violent sports to be. As a rugby player, I see and hear many people who are not very interested in watching or even playing in this sport because they feel that this sport is very dangerous. Hence, with some of my experience and study, today I will be sharing about how rugby is played, how many players in rugby, some rule, and how to score in a rugby game. First of all, let me introduce about rugby. Rugby was invented in the early 19th century as a variation of football. Rugby is simply based on running with the ball in hand. In its most common form, a game is played using an oval-shaped ball on a rectangular field called a pitch. The field has H-shaped goalposts at both ends. So this is some photo of the field and the goalpost. As you can see, the number 1 photo is the field of the rugby, and that number that show in the field is a number of meter. Behind the H-shaped goalpost at the end of both sides of the field is what we call a try line. Player must touch the ball on the ground to get a score in this area. So now I will explain about the player first. Rugby is a team sport that can be played by 15 people in the field. The objective of the game is to ground the ball behind the opponent try line into what is called the in-goal area, which is, I tell you before, behind the H-shaped post. Rugby is played both with the ball in hand or by kicking the ball. However, when the ball is being carried in hand, it can be only thrown or handed off backward. In rugby union, there is 15 people each team and 30 people in the total at one time in the field. There are 2 sections in the 15 player, which is called a forward and backline. Forward consists 8 players and 7 players in the backline. As easy to say, the jersey number 1 to 8 is forward section and 9 to 15 is backline. The forward position should be 2 prop, 1 hooker, 2 second row or lock, 2 flanker and 1 number 8. All these forward players should be bigger and strong, which has to support in scrum, line out to win the ball in the game. For the backline, we have a scrum half, which is number 9, fly half number 10, 2 center player, which is inside and outside center, which is jersey number 12 and 13, and both side, which is winger, is the fastest player in the team, jersey number 11 and 14, and the back is last defender is back, full back. So this back line should be running fast and have a good agility to create a beautiful game. So these all 15 players have number in the back of the jersey, which is represent the player itself. Recognizing the grueling nature of rugby, teams are allowed to have substitute. Governed by World Rugby, Rugby Union permit a total of 8 substitutes to deploy throughout the game. The reserve provide an available resource for team to adapt to changing circumstances, such as inject fresh energy and address injury. So this is some photo of the player position. Next, I want to explain about some rule in this sport, which is called forward, knock-on, offside, and high tackle. For the information, rugby ball must pass backward to the receiver. If the ball pass forward, then the referee will blow and call it forward. For this fall, the opponent will get a scrum, and the ball position will give to the opponent. Second one is knock-on. Knock-on is when the receiver player or carry the ball, drop the ball in front of the team. This is called knock-on, and referee will blow, and the opponent will get scrum for the penalized. Every penalized in the game, referee will blow along with the sign of the fall using hand, so that player can understand what foul play that they did. I give you some example. So this is what we call knock-on. This is forward. This is scrum and penalty, and so much more. This is some of photo of player perform scrum. As you can see, there is number from the back of jersey player. and the number represent the position of the player. So third rule I want to explain is offside. Offside is a player in offside position if that player is further forward than the team who carrying the ball or the teammate who last play the ball. When the offside is occur, referee will blow and the team that get the advantage will get a penalty. So this is some photo that explain of offside for play. Last is high tackle. When we talk about rugby, definitely one of the biggest impact is about tackle. There are many rules in how we want to tackle the opponent. We cannot tackle as we please. This rule is made to ensure that there is no dangerous play done by players and also to avoid serious injuries. When you tackle an opponent, you cannot make contact above the shoulder. Of course, you must tackle an opponent with the ball only. You cannot touch the player who doesn't have the ball. As per 2011 World Rugby Memorandum, a player must not tackle an opponent above the line of the shoulder. Even if tackle start below the line of the shoulder, for example, first tackle is made below shoulder, but then struggling happen, then the tackler get above the shoulder, then this also called a high tackle. So as you can see, the photo number 1 and 2 is a high tackle, and photo number 3 and 4 is a proper tackle. Now, my last point is I want to explain how to score a goal in a rugby game. Points can be scored in 4 ways. For the number 1, the most valuable in terms of point is what we call a try. A player must touch down with the ball still in the player grips over the position try line. This try will get 5 points. After the try, the team will be given a free kick which is named a conversion. The conversion only get when the try given. The ball must travel through the H post and it will be given 2 points. Third way can be scored is by making a drop goal. When the game on play, player can make a drop goal. A drop goal can be kicked from the hand as long as the ball bounce first. The ball also must have to go through the H goal post and it will awarded 3 points. Now was penalty kick. The penalty kick is awarded to team when the opposition team cause infringement such as penalty. This is also a 3 point. And of course, to win the game you must score more points than your opponent within 80 minutes and there is no time added. So the conclusion, rugby is judged as a sport for men and women, boys and girls. Rugby also can be played with all the type of body size. Rugby builds teamwork, understanding, cooperation and respect for the fellow athletes. The basis is the fun of participating, the courage and skill demanded by the game. Hopefully, the information I have presented can foster you interest in the sport of rugby. You can watch a highlight of rugby in YouTube that played by professionals all over the world. Thank you for listening and have a good day.